design screams cutting-edge tech. The arc reactor, that glowing chess piece, became an instant icon, symbolizing Tony's ingenuity and heart, figuratively and literally. The visual effects team at Industrial Light and Magic, ILM, worked overtime to make the suits look real, blending practical models with CGI for seamless flight and combat scenes. They even consulted with military experts to ensure the suit's gadgets, like repulsors and HUD displays, felt plausible. The result is a movie that makes you believe a guy could build a flying suit in his garage. Well, a really fancy garage. The action sequences are a huge reason to watch. Without giving anything away, let's just say Iron Man delivers some of the most thrilling set pieces of any superhero film. From high-speed aerial chases to intense ground battles, the action feels visceral yet polished. Favreau wanted the fights to have weight, so the team used real F-22 Raptor jets, with approval from the U.S. Air Force, and practical explosions to ground the spectacle. The sound design, which earned an Oscar nomination, makes every blast and clang hit hard. When the suit powers up, you feel it. The pacing is perfect, too, balancing pulse-pounding moments with quieter scenes that let the characters breathe. It's the kind of movie that keeps you glued to the screen, whether you're watching Tony tinker in his lab or soar through the skies. Let's not forget the music, because it's a character in itself. Ramin Djawadi's score is a high-octane mix of hard rock and orchestral themes, capturing Tony's swagger and the film's epic scope. Tracks like Merchant of Death and Iron Man pulse with energy, while subtler cues highlight the emotional beats. The inclusion of AC/DC's Back in Black is pure genius, setting the tone for Tony's larger-than-life personality in a way that's impossible to forget. Tom Morello's guitar riffs add a raw edge, and his cameo as a guard is a fun Easter egg for music fans. The soundtrack doesn't just complement the movie, it amplifies every moment, making you want to crank up the volume and hit replay. The cast deserves another shout-out, because they're phenomenal. Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark is a once-in-a-generation performance, cocky, funny, and deeply human. Downey improvised so much of his dialogue that Jeff Bridges, who plays Obadiah Stane, said he had to learn to surf to keep up. Bridges himself is a force, transforming from the Big Lebowski's dude into a commanding corporate titan with a shaved head and beard. Gwyneth Paltrow's Pepper Potts is the perfect foil to Tony, bringing wit and warmth to every scene. Her chemistry with Downey feels effortless, like they've known each other forever. Terrence Howard's roadie add a military edge, grounding Tony's chaos with loyalty and discipline. And don't miss the cameos. Stan Lee is a party goer mistaken for Hugh Hefner. Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury in a game-changing post-credit scene. And even Favreau as Happy Hogan, Tony's trusty driver. Why does Iron Man matter? Because it's more than a movie. It's a cultural milestone. It grossed $585.2 million worldwide, proving Marvel could play with the big boys. Critics raved, with a 94% Rotten Tomatoes score and praise from the likes of Roger Ebert, who called Downey the soul of the film. It nabbed Oscar nods for visual effects and sound editing and was added to the National Film Registry in 2022 for its lasting impact. It launched the MCU, setting the stage for Avengers, Black Panther, and beyond, but it stands alone as a tight, character-driven story. The themes, redemption, responsibility, the ethics of power are universal, and the humor keeps it accessible. Plus, it's just plain fun, with quotable lines and moments that'll have you cheering.